People, what's happening? Right, today figured out, didn't stream much after Super Meat Boy yesterday. Oh man, that game. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, we're gonna do some Assetto Corsa today. I'm not gonna lie. This game, it's for me. I don't really know. I think the game's okay. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. I enjoy it for what it is. I'll get to the points that I don't like about the game, obviously, and I'll explain why I don't like these parts of it. But yeah, maybe you should give me some tips. But right, I'm just gonna go into maybe go to hot lap or practice. Let's just go practice so we can have some fun with it. Yeah, we'll just stay in that car for now. Right, we don't want... Yeah, that's all fine. Okay, guys. So basically, I love the car roster in this game. I love the sounds in this game. What I feel this game lacked was handling. I don't know what anyone else feels. I mean, for a simulation game, it's kind of messed up. And I found the same thing with this with Project Cars. And that is, they seem to think that cars drive on bars of soap. I mean, with ABS on, there's no brakes at all in this game. With ABS off, the car will just skid. There is still no brakes with this game. Drifting, you can't feel the biting point of the drift. You can't feel like when you're going to catch it and that. So I'm absolutely struggling to shit with drifting in this game. So I don't know if that's me, whether you've got to tweak every little nook and cranny on the game to get it where you need it. But for me, it's not just a pick up and play, off you go game to go drifting and stuff. Now, when I tell people I'm bad at this game, I mean I'm bad at this game. Now, I don't know, like I said, if it's me, because I have gone on YouTube, I have seen people play this game, the likes of Slap Train and people like that, and they are pretty damn good at the game. They're using the steering wheel, and they seem to be able to get, drifts constant, and and all that, and they get the car where they want it. Me, it's not doing that for me. And so anyway, I'll get on with it. Obviously the sound is very loud coming through my headphones, so hopefully I'm not deafening you when I'm talking, but but anyway, so the steering on this is fantastic. Look at that. You get the angle and everything. I'm getting a little bit of flickering every time I turn the steering on that. I don't know. Right, anyway, let's go. I've got it in manual mode. I'll actually get in the car in this one, so we can dampen the sound a little bit. But as you can see, guys, I've got that fully turned, and it does not... Hang on, let me get a different angle so people can actually see that I am actually turning. Look, here's the wheel, and it is... At this speed, it's easy. But as soon as I put some power down... Look, the car goes straight. And... don't get me wrong, a car would do that, sort of, if it was front wheel driving on gravel, because I've had it happen to me on a roundabout in real life. But I just feel like, look, I'm turning, I ain't got accelerating nothing, and it's not doing anything. For the purpose of this, I'm going to actually get out of the vehicle again, which I know is going to be deafening for a lot of people, but I want to just show that, look, I'm turning, and the car's going straight. It doesn't want to do anything that I want it to do, so I cannot enjoy this game. And the reason I'm streaming it is because I just wanted to see if it was me. If anyone sees this video, tell me, is this just me getting this, or have you got to literally set up everything? Is it better on a steering wheel? What is wrong with this game? Because I'm playing on a controller, and I'm not getting anything done. And this is, you know, it's annoying, this shit. Anyway, I'm going to end it there for this car a minute, and I'm going to try and get something, because this is the Ultimate Edition. I've got all the, it came with everything. It's got all the DLC on the disc and everything. So if you are actually looking to pick up this game because you were actually better at it than me, if you do actually get the Ultimate Edition, everything is on the disc. There's no digital code or anything like that. So that's good to know if you want to know that. But we're going to go drifting. And obviously I'm going to change the track. We'll go somewhere quite easy. I think there's a drifting at Skid Pan. There it is, past it. Right, it is. Now this is the one I've seen people on YouTube actually doing. So, you know, we've got all the cars. Like I said, this is the full edition. So, like I have the drifting Supra, which is down here. And I have all these. There's a drift build and that. I won't use a Supra because that is hard as shit to control. So we're going to go with the Drift Toyota, the AE86 Drift, which otherwise the Torino, where it is. And we'll see what I could do with this, but I, for the life of me, can't drift in this game. I mean, you put me on Forza, you put me on games like that, I could run rings around this game. I could connect drifts from one to another, but this, no. But the sounds are fantastic. See, I get that. It steps out. I'm gonna say also, don't care what people say, drifting is not like this in real life. I can drift a real car. I'm not, you know, Ken Block, but I can drift a real car and I can maintain it like this. Whereas this, trying to get used to the drifting in this is impossible. That snapback though, man. I think that's bullshit. Like, when you don't even touch the grass stuff, but you just lose it a little bit, that will take the bonus off you. And like that, just one wheel touched the grass and that was it. Took the points. I know I'm going to go around in a circle. I'm just trying to get used to it. Whoa. Well, let's try getting a third gear drift. Never mind, the car bogs down in third. Holy shit, right, we're gonna... Okay guys, I'm getting the hang of like the circle. Well, that's the best I could do there. So I got to level 18, 9 combos, blah 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 blah. Right, we'll try doing it again. Now we're going to try and go around the track. This won't last long, guys. As you can see, guys, I told you I am not very good at this game. What the f... I pissed it up. Okay, but anyway, guys, I mean, like that's the drifting for me, and that's the best I can do. Holy shit, it's worse. I'm on board for me. Man, I'm really like, I know I'm not talking much about it, I'm just trying to concentrate. It takes everything to actually slide in this game. Big props to the people that actually can do it, because the actual control of these cars ain't no joke. Look, I'm getting a bit better with the precision of it. Why did it stop for? I'm still banking. Oh well. But yeah, guys, as you can see, I'm not brilliant at this. But you know, I try. So let's go and do a. Let's just have a bit of fun and do one of my favourite tracks in the game, which is. I wish they'd bring out a game, yeah, where it just had tracks like the one I'm gonna go on, which is this, because I find that, you know, a lot of fun for me. I mean, it's not gonna be for everyone. I want to try the Countach, so we could take our time. I'm literally gonna drive like a granddad round here, you know, give it a bit of stick here and there, but I wanna just talk bollocks while playing, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think the controls on this game are a little bit, not a little bit, way off where I think they should be. Unfortunately, I think if they'd have made the game a little bit more along the Forza side of it, instead of trying to make it more like a Gran Turismo, they'd have done better, because all they've managed to do is make the cars feel like they drive on soap. And that's alright, because there's a lot of detail to the cars, there really is. And that should be red, that car, damn it. But yeah, nice car though. Look at the shape of this car. I've always liked the Countach. It's not actually a nice car to look at from the side. Sometimes it looks a bit bulky, but the front and the back, you know, such an iconic car, especially the front. Really nice looking car. But for some reason I think that would sound better than that in real life. I've only ever seen one in real life, and it was going that slow. It was actually caught up in traffic, so couldn't really hear much. It was in rush hour as well, and that was actually red as well, so that was really nice. But you know, so yeah, let's do an interior drive. But yeah, I love it when they actually incorporate tracks like this, because it makes it like you're racing on the open roads then, you know what I mean? And I think good places that they could do it would be like A47 dual carriageway, M15, stuff like that, you know, the A1, M1, all that lot. And then also, that's for England's roads, but then for like Germany we should have the Autobahn, because they've got a long stretch there. You imagine if they did it so that we could race on there in a game where you could go like down one side of it and then turn around and could double back on yourself. I feel that that would be better. And now my phone is going off. And what they miss. Okay. Right, so what I was saying is I feel that this game is good in a lot of ways. Like, look at the detail they put on the interior of these cars. You can look around in there, as you can see that even the window, you know, handle, which a lot of people realise. Do you know what? I preferred my window to go down like that. It was so cool to when back in the day when you had windows all like that, and you officially got your electric windows. You're like, you know, look at me. Now I feel that so many people prefer this because there's less to go wrong with it. Cars nowadays are becoming crap. You know, they're all becoming electrical crap nightmares. You know, where things could go wrong, constantly go wrong. And so yeah, if I had to go, I mean, I prefer the older cars anyway. My dream car is a 1969 Dodge Charger, and for me, I mean, if you're American, you're probably thinking, you know, oh god, you'd prefer like a Judge GTO, something like that maybe. But when you live in England, you don't see many nice cars nowadays. See, the day and age I preferred was the very late 80s, early 90s, and even early 80s cars, you know. I preferred like Ford Granadas and Ford Escorts and Cortinas and stuff like that, when they actually had shape to them, when actual marksman people designed them. Unlike now, where we get these fashion designers design a car and they look like a piece of crap. It's all plastic, goes wrong, everything takes £10 million to fix it, including changing the light bulb. It's not like the old days. The old day cars were, you know, perfect. And if I ever made it rich to open up my own car company, I'd bring back new stuff in cars. Don't get me wrong, I'd put the new technology in it, but with the old shape. You think if we brought a car to the UK that looked like a Dodge Charger but a bit smaller, obviously because they're a really wide and massive car, but they're a nice car. Now, you want to have that V8 sound, but obviously you can't put a V8 in it nowadays because nobody can afford to bloody run it. So you're going to have to figure out a way, like they're doing now. I mean, they're doing it today. I mean, you look, their cars are getting now. I mean, me and my wife, we own a 1.4 new shape Astra, and back in the day, a 1.4, you'd be lucky to get 90 horsepower. But our little Astra's 150 brake horsepower, and that thing moves as fast as my BMW used to. So you know what I'm saying? It's not like they're not getting with the times in that sense, because I mean, I see a 1.4 Alfa Romeo for sale, and that was 178 horsepower. It's ridiculous how much horsepower they're putting in small cars nowadays. And, you know, it's good in some ways, bad in others. It depends if, you know, you can handle that power. You get some 18, 19-year-old who's just passed his test, has no idea about puddles and aquaplaning and fog and corners and everything like that, and, you know, it's set for disaster, really. And before people go around bitching and moaning, a lot of people, right, that passed your car test in the summer, you do not understand what it's like to aquaplane or go out in the fog or hit a bit of black ice. And I think that the UK test should be changed, really, because it's too hard for what it actually is. The test is hard in the sense of it's hard to pass it because of a hazard in theory, and the driving examiners and that lot are wanting you to be like robots, you know, they want you precision. Whereas I think it should be more down to safety and opening people's eyes, you know what I mean? Because so many people don't understand what aquaplaning is. Now, I think they should take out the hazard in theory and have a crash test where you go on a track specially made, and you don't get told what you got to do. You go around there as if you are a qualified driver, drive as you would drive on our roads. So put like a fake speed limit up of 40 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour, long straight, and I think that they should go into a tunnel, and in that tunnel there should be a nice soggy wet puddle that they can hit an aquaplane, and let's see if they've got the initiative to slow down. Also, there should be an ice part. Now, obviously, ice, you can't really fabricate ice unless you're going to put it on like a skate ring, and that ain't going to be the same thing. So I think the car should be on hydraulics, where it can be lifted up and put on like trolley wheels, because that will give the same indication you don't have any control of the back end. And I think it should do it, and, you know, it puts a bit more perspective into how people should drive. Because it could save someone's life later in life. I mean, people nowadays, they're so much in a rush to get from A to fucking B. I mean, I'm not a granddad. I'm only 30. I don't go zooming down the road either, though. But at the end of the day, I've seen a lot of things happen. I've seen accidents. I've seen accidents that could have been avoided. I think the technology should be going the right way, but it should change for the right way. There should be sensors in your car. And the only way this is an exception to the rule should be to police, ambulances and fire engines. But the sensor is connected to your car like is in with any other sensor. And as soon as you hit a speed limit, it don't matter if you floor it or what you do, your car is restricted. It will not go over the speed limit. And that could work. It can work. And then what other things should be done is for the MOT. I think it should be, and it should be necessary. It should be mandatory that we all carry a first aid kit in our car. I also think everyone should have a fire extinguisher in their car. People are sitting there moaning about people's exhaust and subwoofers and that lot. That's up to them at the end of the day. I don't see why everyone should be moaning about that. You'd all moan about that, but you won't moan at the simple fact that things that could save lives isn't put in place. Restrictions of car speeds, restrictions of cars getting too close. Because how many people, I mean, like, there's at least a million incidents today where somebody's too close. And they think, oh, it don't matter, I'm sure you're going too slow, you know. If you want to do 45 on a 50-mile-an-hour road, you should have the privilege to do that. You've passed your car test. It's not mandatory to go 50 if you don't want to. You're going at your leisure, your pace. Now, if the guy behind you wants to do 50 and he's late, then, you know, find a safe place to overtake. Don't push somebody. Because you're going to get a domino effect if someone does pull out in front of that person. You know what I mean? I just feel like things should be done differently. It would save so much shit. Save so many lives. Like there, look. In this game, see... But obviously, this is a game and... Nah. But anyway, stop going about that. I'm going to go back on about the game. Personally, I feel this game is crap. Look at that. The cars are fantastic, the details fantastic, the sounds are fantastic, the graphics is great, but the actual game physics let this game down. Look, full lock and it skids, it doesn't want to turn. And then when you get to speed, look at this wobbling. What is this? I'm just doing slight movement, slight movement. And the car's all over the bloody road. So now it's turning to the thing, so I've damaged it. As you know, there is actually one really good thing with this game, and if I can show you, I will, and that is you can actually burst your tyres. So let me just see if I can do this. That isn't going to let me do it. This car's not all-wheel drive, is it? I thought this car was rear-wheel drive. Is it because it's damaged? You know what we're going to do, right? We're going to restart it and see if we can actually wheel spin this car. What? You mean to tell me this car hasn't got enough power? Are you Okay, bear with me, guys. Bear with me, guys. I'll have to get a more substantial acceleration, you know, more power car. I think the perfect car to show this will probably be the Supra, because that has got some serious power and wheel spins like shit. But no, I mean, you know, don't just let my opinion be the opinion of this, you know. Do you lot think I'm right on this? Do you think I'm wrong on this? You know, do you feel that this car, you know, this game doesn't suck and it is just me and it is just my way of how I play the game? But I feel like the game physics are really, really bad in the sense of the car handling. They've got body roll and everything perfectly. You see the car move that lot, so the graphics are there. But I just feel like the car does not drive like a barrel of soap. And also I feel like when you turn a corner, it doesn't go straight on. It would if you had the wrong tyres and all that lot, but this is meant to be a car racing game. So they wouldn't even bother putting like road tyres on it. They should have race tyres on it. And look at the details, look at that. It's amazing for details. Even the gear sticks move. And I don't know if I can get that in an actual in this. No, but pity, because he does actually move the gear stick, as you can see. Right, let's see if we can burst our tyres. And you'll see that they actually do burst, and it's really good. I'll try and do it as fast as I can, guys. Sorry if the noise gets to you. Well, then again, I don't even know if you can hear the cars as loud as I can, because it's coming through my headphones, obviously. I'm trying to get the best angle where it's not so loud. Look at that, you took the dash on. And again, detail, look at it. How many games do you know do that? Right, we're going to see if I can get the damage report up, which it's not letting me do. So I've forgotten how to do that. I've just put the turbo up to 100%, which, you know, let's have a look. How the hell do I know when they're going to burst? It's not showing me a diagram I want to see. It still hasn't burst yet. Try and get some more friction out of him. That literal turbo blow off is amazing. Listen to that. I still haven't managed to burst the tyres yet, guys, so let's try it again. Whoops. Ah, okay, now we're on tarmac where it looks like the tyres will, in fact, I have got all damaging it on, so it shouldn't take long. engine's probably going to blow before the bloody... That done that itself when I look behind me, see, there's some things just... I'm literally trying to burst these tyres, guys. Now it's going to make me look like an idiot, innit? Because it's not going to do it. There's a lot of detail. Like, look at the way the wheels do turn and that, you know what I mean? It is... I'm not literally getting bad mouthing or bad in the game that this graphically is perfect. It's physics. Okay, so I think we can see the green bars are going down, so I think that's the damage of the tyres. I think that should go down a little bit quicker than that, to be fair. I mean, if I was doing this burnout in real life, my tyres would have burst already. I don't want to bore people, but I just wanted to say that you could actually burst them, because so many games you cannot do that in, but I think I'm going to have to call it quits on this, because... Here we go, guys, speed it up a bit. Third gear burnout. There we go, they've gone. Look at that. Now, it makes it vertically impossible to handle. And look, I like the way that the back end has literally like gone down. I know that really the wheels are going through the road, but... It's amazing still. Although I can actually control it a little bit better. Scratch out, I did. Right, hang on. Let's put 100% turbo. We have a long straight somewhere. I'll see if I can actually get top speed even with like this. Let's try and go slow, let it pick up speed slowly, so that helps the... That noise is amazing. See, a lot of people don't realise that car culture is a big thing, and a lot of people ruin it for other people, unfortunately. I mean, I watch these cars leaving groups and that lot, and people, you know, they will drift, they will burn out and that lot. And you know, people understand it. I don't see where it's unsafe, to be fair. I mean, obviously some places it can be, but it's good as revving it and that lot and give it a little bit of an acceleration test and just go down again, it's fine. I can't get much faster because the wheels aren't spinning any faster. Oh! I think we killed it, guys. it doesn't want to do what... Right, let's try and take it round track properly now, because it'd be fun to drive this car. I love this car in real life. I mean, I've always loved this car before the Fast and the Furious franchise made it famous, as they like to say. You know what I mean? Just gotta drive it normal around here, like I say, just so I can yap a little bit. But everyone has their cars. I think that is their favourite, if you know what I mean, like what they dream to own. And so I would imagine that everyone has a different genre as well. Like you'd have like, oh, if it was a sports car, it's this. If it's an everyday car, it's this. If it's an old car, it'll be that. So the car just turned itself. That was shit. Right, so I'm gonna, I think it'd be fun if I say what I'd like. So if it was a sports car, I could have absolutely any sports car in the world, I'd have to have a Ferrari. For me, I would have a Ferrari. And the reason that being is because I just feel like they are a true sports car, with that terracotta red and the sound you get from a Ferrari. I think they've beaten Lamborghini, I really do. And it's not about the speed, you see. When you get a sports car, it's not about looking at how fast it can go. It's the sound, the look. That's meant to be a head-turning car. So for me, it would be a Ferrari, and if I could pick any Ferrari, it would be the 430 F1 Scuderia or a 365 Mondeo. But that's for me. If it was a old car, and it had to be something that was in the UK, it would be a Ford Capri. I like the last generation Ford Capri with the round lights at the front and big rectangle lights at the back. I'd love one of them. If it had to be an everyday car today, do you know, that's really hard for me, because there's several I really do like, and I'm going to tell you the several I like the most. I love the BMW M4. I really do love an M4, the new shape one. I really love the not BMW now, the Mercedes, the C63. I also love the 250 AMG. They're nice. When it comes to Audi, I love the A5. So it is hard to choose out of that, but if I had them all in front of me, I think I would go with the BMW M4 for me. I love BMW M4s. They got a nice shape, nice sound, they look nice. You can, when you look at them modified and that, then people put the wide arch body kits and that on them, the Liberty Walk ones, they are really something to look at, nice. What about the nice paintwork scheme and that, nice car. The reason I choose a Ford Capri is because it was the nearest thing you could get to a muscle car for shape in the UK, other than like the Escort and that. We had the shape, the square front, the bowed out arches, and again with the body kit on them, they look the bee's knees. I would love a Supra and stuff like that in a tuner fashion, but the reason, obviously, realistically, it's not a good car, it's the price now of getting parts and the fact that they're so hard to come by, and the insurance creep on them and everything. But yeah, they really are a nice car to look at as a Supra. I do not like the new Supra. I don't like it at all. I feel like they took this design and fucked it big time. I mean, look at this. It had the big lights at the back, the big massive bumper. It looked aggressive. It didn't look like an everyday car. It did look like a sports car even then, you know what I mean? It looked like a sports tuning car. It did even in the day. Look at the front, big wide aggressive front. Sides looked nice. It looked like it belonged on a racetrack. It looked nice. And when you see these with really nice body kits and that on, they are nice. Now, me personally, again, it's personal preference, but I didn't like the wing they put on this car in Fast and Furious. I really didn't. I love the original Supra wing when it comes, you know, over the bottom, but not just like, you know, I didn't like that. So, but there we go, you know, everyone's going to have a different preference. Some people are going to want a spit sound. Some people are going to want a growling sound. Me personally, my favourite sound is like from Fast and Furious when they had them Civics. And they've got that, you know, like a rally banked over into the red, like... I love that style of sound to my car, me. Some people are like, that sounds like someone's farting down a tube. Some people say it's like a trumpet. Some people say like it's an angry bumblebee. Me, it's eargasm for me. I love it. I can't get over it. That's why on motorbikes I love race fit growler exhausts, and on Honda Civics I gotta admit the Buddy Club exhaust, you can't beat it. That sound is amazing. And some people like this sort of sound, you know, Formula 1. Me, that's not for me. I like that loud, oops, sound. But, you know, there's a discussion. The reason I'm playing this game right now, guys, because people might be sitting there thinking, you know, you're not even playing it, right? You just want to yap. Yeah, I wanted to talk, but it was car related what I wanted to talk about, and I did want to talk about this game as well, because I feel that the game, every time I see it, you know, I want to play it, but I know that I'm not good at it. I know that I suck at this game. I know the physics, I suck at it. So I play it for fun, because that's all I literally can play it for. I can't play it serious. I can't win a race, even though I have got a trophy for pole position race, and I don't remember how I actually won that race, but there we go. This game is impossible for me to play it, so I wanted to get that out there. But I like the game, you know, I love the car roster, I love the sounds, I love this track, and I like the game itself is good. Now I will be playing not a set of Corsa, we're already playing that, go on better. It'll be Project Cars 1 and 2 one day. Now I have the full edition of Project Cars 1, and I've got just the regular edition to Project Cars 2. I don't even know if they brought out a Game of the Year edition with all the cars and stuff to that. Now, when I will be playing that, I don't know. But again, I have a love-hate relationship with that as well, being that, you know, I love the game, but again, the physics and the cars handle like shit. But not as bad as they do in this. But that's my opinion, so don't have anyone going on and on and on about, you know, the game's fantastic. I'm not saying it's not fantastic. You get on with it, you can handle these cars, you can drive like a professional in this game, you know what I mean? You're good at it, then, you know, kudos to you. But me, I can't do it. But that doesn't mean I'm going to badmouth it and say the game is shit because I can't do it, because it's not. It's good. The cars are fantastic, the tracks are great, it's just I just can't get on with it. But I'll always go back and play it, because it is a lot of fun to play if you just have fun with it. And that's what my motto is with the game. If you can have fun with it, then it's worth playing. Sorry guys, had to sneeze. But yeah, so, you know, comment down below on, you know, what car you would like and why you would like that car in particular. I mean, I find the older cars just look better. Oh god, sorry, man. I think I am getting cold, you know. But yeah, so basically I mean, like, you look at it, right? If you could take any old car and bring it to today, and you might not want to make it stock box standard, you might want to make it yours. What would you do to it? See, if I had a Ford Capri, this is what I would do to it. I'd have airbags put in the doors, I'd have airbags put in the side pillars, in the roof, and all that lot, so it's modern and up to date there. You know, have it in the dashboard and that lot. I'd have the original dashboard removed and replaced with a nice leather, black leather one. And then I'd have my... Would I keep the original instruments? No, I don't think I would. I don't think I would. I wouldn't go digital either though, I don't like digital dashboards. So I would change my instruments in the way I'd have them custom. I'd have like the Ford badge behind the rev counter, and then Capri put behind the speedometer. And then how I would do it is I'd have it black with the white numbers, but it would light up luminous. I'd go with say green for like the first start, then go into an orange, and then as it gets to like stupid speed as well as high revs, go red. And I'd have it light up like that, so it's changed colour all the way around. You don't get bored of the same colour dash. Where my petrol gauge and, you know, oil pressure at the time or whatever that'll be, that would be luminous neon blue with a red dial. That would, you know, that would be awesome for me. I'd put a CD player in it with MP3 and all that. I would probably put a killer system in the doors and the boot, obviously. I'd have a subwoofer, but put in... I have no more than maybe 2,000 watts, because that's enough. My door cards, I'd like them to look like a Dodge 1969 Charger. So I'd have like the leather door skins, thickly padded. And I'd have like 6 speakers put in on like a fiberglass look, so that would be cool. I'd keep the original wind down windows though with the handles, but I'd make them metal and like the gothic look to them with a nice leather, you know, handle to turn to bring the windows down. I'd put central locking on the car because I didn't have that obviously, with a button and an alarm system. I'd upgrade all the lights. I'd keep the similar shape, but I'd bring my bonnet down a little bit more so it'd give it an aggressive half look to the light, give it that, you know, aggressive look. And then I'd change out the lights to be LED, obviously, because they need to be brighter than what they was back in the day. My back lights would also be LED, but they'll keep the same shape to them again. I don't want them round, I don't want them to be able to still keep the length, you know, the rectangle lights, but they'll all be up to date. Like the Audi, when it indicate, it would, like, go across. I'd do that. I want it to look like a muscle car still, so I'd put massive wide tyres on the back with the Goodyear tyre rim trim or whatever in the white with the black tyre, and I'd do deep dish wheels. You gotta do deep dish, put a muscle deep dish wheels, and then I'd have it lowered more at the front than at the back, but not by a lot, just a little bit to give it a stance. I'd straight pipe it and go with side pipes. And that is how I'd have my Ford Capri. See, I've still got the shape I like, old school with the new school, and I'd probably take that from maybe a Ford Mustang or a Plymouth or something like that, you know, like a 427 or a 450, depending on what I could get on it, in it, because I mean, it came with a 3 litre or 2.8 litre engine anyway. And there was a lot more room. I mean, it was mainly all radiator. You could stand between them. So, at the end of the day, you know, you could get a way bigger engine in there. I'd also, though, I would strengthen the front of the car, the back of the car. I'd make it like a death-proof car, in other words. And I'd make it safe as houses. I'd have airbags galore in it. And then I want to... Now, you see, I don't care about 0 to 60 times and that. So I want it to be luxurious inside as well. So I'd go with the leather seats, but I'd have heated seats, heated steering wheel. Because you've got to have your fine at ease, man. You know, you're going around the car you love, your dream car, you built it from scratch, is how you want it. You want to have all the things. So, you know. But that's me. What about you? What would you have? What would you do? Would you like it to be factory? Would you like it to be, you know, original? Would you like it to be the shape that, but with today's technology? You know, would you like to build it how you would want it? What would you do? That's why it's fun to ask these people. I think it's fun. I like, I like knowing for fun. But, I mean, like, let's just get out. I mean, there's an old, I think it's an escort in this game. And I love it. Where is it? Oh, we're passing it. See, obviously this one's been kitted out for racing. But let's look at the shape of this. Look at them wheels. See what I'm about, the deep dish wheels. They make the car even better. I'd probably go with some drift zones or drift works, because they've got some really kick-ass wheels. And they still look deep dish. And, you can't, amazing. If I had to go for a tuner car, though, because everyone likes to know what tuner car they do. I've always liked the shape of the Honda S2000, but I wouldn't have one of them. My favourite car, if I could pick anything, would be out of a Nissan S15, or even an S14. Or it would be a 180 SX for me, if it was a tuner car. But look at the shape of this. I mean, see that? Look, the little bit of lowered gives them wheels that stance. Look, the fat, chunky tyres with the deep dish wheels just gives it a nice look. And look at the front, it looks aggressive, but doesn't look too, like, look at me, it's still nice. It looks really nice. You know what I mean? I mean, the dashboard weren't giving this car much. So let's have a look at that right now. As you can see, now, if I had this car, I'd replace all of that. I'm not saying, money-wise, this day and age, I could never afford it. But I'm saying, hypothetically, I've got the money. I'm able to do what I want. I'm a multi-millionaire, you know what I mean? I can do what I want. So if I was a multi-millionaire, do what I want, then I'd rip this dash out. I'd completely I'd completely ball out everything. Then I'd have it resprayed to my colour I want. I'd have my body kit made how I want it, in the body, and then I'd have the door skins put with airbags in them. I'd airbag the front, the side, and all that, even the roof, because you never know. I'd have it strengthened, have steel pipes put in and all that lot to stop it from pushing the engine back into the driving bay and that. Do all of that, and just make it really, a one of a kind. So that sounds nice. But, some people might choose a Sierra, some people might choose Escort, Cosworth, whatever, I'm not, don't let my thing, people might want a Capri like me and do similar things and have no idea of that. Here's a question for you now then, right? If Ford brought back out a new Capri and they shoot the design as it looked exactly like the original, but with all new stuff, so the lights were improved, like I said, that lot, would you buy it? Would you buy it? Because I'd have to go and look at it. I gotta admit, I'd have to go and look at it for definite, especially if it was, they keep the shape, keep the original shape, that square look, that body, the slant that comes off at the massive bonnet, the smaller back. I'd definitely have to go and have a look at it. But then, how much would that car be today, Yeah, I reckon that'd be around the price of a Ford Mondeo, so you're looking about 18, 25 grand, something like that. But you can guarantee if they brought out a Ford Capri today, they wouldn't make it a nice shape like that. No, 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 no. It'd be all today's crap. And what would it look like? It'd look like something completely different. Wouldn't resemble anything of a Ford Capri, and you'd think, yeah. There's so many Fords that actually went away. You think about it. We lost a Ford Orion. I remember the Orions actually. It was a weird car looking. This car sounds quite nice. Oh shit, we're losing it. So listen to that, that is nice. I knew I wasn't going to make that corner. I like when you get really like to rev limit and you let off and let it go down. That is awesome. I could never get tired of doing that if my car did that. Huh? Awesome. Okay guys, anyway, I'm going to end the stream here on this game. Hopefully it weren't as boring as I actually think it was. And, you know, I actually brought something up that maybe made a conversation, if not even between me and you, but between someone else and someone else, and I had no idea. You know, so, yeah, you know, one day, just for fun, I might actually draw a Capri and bring it to by today's standards and see what it would actually look like. I might do that, guys. But hopefully you enjoyed this stream. Thumbs up if you did, thumbs down if you didn't. Subscribe if you want to. Sorry this one was a little bit all over the place. Like I said, I didn't really want to stream this game, but I just wanted to make a different stream, and at the same time wanted to give my real opinion about this game, because even though it's a lot of fun and I love it, it's so hard to get on with for me. Get a handle on the cars and that. But hopefully people enjoyed the stream, like I said, because I did try to bring a bit of conversation that was relevant to this game, as well as take it into a real conversation piece for the people to at least, you know, interact with me a little bit, you know, give a bit of a conversation. So hopefully people enjoyed it, and thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you all in the next gameplay of whatever that might be.